Hello. Okay, this is only the third time I've done it this season, but welcome back to Realnesss with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis, with my amazing co-host Tamika Francis. Round 2, how you do, Tamika?
I'm very well.
It's been a really long day for me. I've been up since 7 a.m., but I went to sleep at like 4 a.m. So I'm actually very tired and I've been doing things all day. So I'm very sorry about my mishap here, but I should have clued in because I was like, where is everybody? There was nobody here. Like, I know it's at a different time, but now it's because I was on the wrong link. So we're happy to be here, sort of, to talk about Love Island USA. Season 3, episode. What episode was it? 27?
27, maybe? Yeah, I think so. 27, I think.
So how many episodes since it's gone down now? Like, it's been, when did Giovanni leave?
Oh, that's the midway point, right? So
is that really what happened? Like, I'm just so frustrated. So let me just go through these comments. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being such amazing people and waiting here for us to fix our mishap. Yes, we are here, people. Thank you, Allie, for letting me know that I was in the wrong link. Hi, Janine. We're coming to you. Good evening, Earth Angel. Thank you so much for being here, of course. Silly me. You guys are so cute, though, in the chat. I definitely am going to start, like, literally after Love Island ends. I want to still bring in maybe a group chat. Maybe for the last episode, maybe we can do, like, a watch together, a watch party or something. Because I think that you guys are all great. And I'm so excited that I've gotten to meet and interact with you guys in the chat. So you guys are our family now. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Miss CRM. Why not? Okay, Jeremy's father got his wish because I voted for him, unfortunately. That's what I say to my mom. My mom is like, who do I vote for? Corey? She's like, I don't know if I trust Olivia.
I do not trust Olivia. I do not, especially after last night, especially after what we're finding out happened with her. I do not trust Olivia. Corey should not trust Olivia. Nobody should trust Olivia. I don't trust Olivia. Right now, I do think it's probably them in the lead, but I refuse to vote for them.
Oh boy, we're gonna get into it, guys. We're gonna get into it, I'm sure. Okay, Olivia just showed us how fake she is last night. Sheena was going to win the money. Now I have to vote for Jeremy. I know his dad will be happy. Absolutely, Earth Angel. That's what we're all saying. We gotta do it out of spite because they wouldn't let Jeremy go and they kept on keeping him in, and a lot of other amazing people left the villa that could have potentially found love. He didn't find nothing with Bailey, but like now it's just kind of like, do we do Bailey? Do we do Will and Kyra? Do we do Corey and Thing, or do we do Charlie and Alana?
No. Hopefully Bailey steals the money, guys. Like, we can only cross our fingers. Like, I doubt she will, but I don't know her that much. But I don't know. Giovanni left episode 11. Episode 12, which was day 17. And then the ratings was 1.81 share. And after that, it plummeted. It plummeted for about 2 episodes. Then it went back up. Then it plummeted again. So it's been like people lose interest, people watch, people lose interest, depending on the dumping. So.
Well, Allie here voted for no one and deleted the app off of all devices. No one left deserves to win, in my opinion. I agree with you, Allie.
I agree.
The only reason why I would want Jeremy to win is just to prove a point and just to be an anti the game player vote, because Cash is still riding for her outside the villa. And
I don't know if she is, though. I don't know if she is.
Anymore, or what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Trina?
I have so based on the theory, so today apparently Cash unfollowed Olivia. I don't know if anybody saw. Cash unfollowed Olivia on Instagram. A lot of people's theories is that it's based on the fact that Olivia's history in her TikToks was anti-BLM, anti-Juneteenth, pro-Trump, anti-Biden, a lot of anti-LGBTQ. Yes. So that is what the going theory is. My theory, my personal.
Let's just unpack that and then continue on. Okay, we have to take a pause here for a moment.
Yeah.
Still, is her TikTok still like this right now, or has it been changed?
Well, those were things that she liked.
Okay.
So I mean, she would have to go back and unlike each one of them.
Okay, I want to see. Okay, continue, please. I need to.
Yeah. So people were circulating that during the vote yesterday. That, and I feel like Olivia does have a lot of explaining to do, especially if you're going to call people like Cash or even Corey like your bestie, and
listen, this is the thing. I'm annoyed a little bit with Cash. I mean, she's still a great heart. Like, it's not a real annoyance, but she and Giovanni were like, "We're not bringing politics into here. We're not bringing politics into here."
Politics is different, right? I understand that.
Absolutely.
Position is a whole nother thing. The way people were presenting it was that she was a Trump follower. Personally, if I see somebody's a Trump follower, I personally will not give most people the benefit of the doubt. Personally, I will lean towards that they're racist in some way, but that's different than being like told, because there are some Trump followers who literally voted for him because they thought he was going to give them money. Like, stock market was going to go way up and all that stuff.
My dad is like an entrepreneur in the States, and he was like a Republican voter up until Trump, because he did not like how Trump handled
exactly
for Trump, but he had been a Republican for his time for the last 30 years living in the States, because the values that they were presenting, they benefited him, even though he's a black man. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So those are two different things, right? But that's different than you being anti somebody's whole existence. That's Giovanni, that's Cash, like their existence.
Well,
so
we knew, people have been saying this about her, and I think what must have happened is that people were calling her a Trumper, but not really explaining what they meant by that.
Right, because that's different than Shannon. Shannon, there's no proof that she's racist, right? It's only that she supported Trump. She was wearing a Trump shirt or whatever, and she hasn't said she's not, right? That's different, right? That's something, that's a political position.
Yeah.
But my theory is different than that. I think it's that added to what happened last night, because Cash specifically watched last night's episode where Trina got kicked off. And I think by now Trina's out the villa. Trina has her phone back. And if something went down after Cash left, that Trina maybe told her against Olivia, like maybe Olivia made promises, or maybe Olivia was talking about Cash. I could see something like that being the reason why she would unfriend her on Instagram.
I mean, I don't think that Olivia would say anything bad about Cash, but you think that the fact that maybe she made a promise to Cash that she.
That's what I'm saying. I think Olivia can't be trusted, and I think that Cash figured that out, because she didn't have to vote for. She didn't have to vote for Trina last night. She didn't have to vote for Trina last night. She could have voted for Alana and Charlie. Why would she have to vote? There was already 2 votes. So what was one less vote?
It would tie then, wouldn't it? Yeah.
No, because Jeremy and them still had to vote.
Oh, right. Sorry, it was 4 votes.
All of them voted against them, so that was 4 votes.
And it's kind of like, screw you, really, the biggest connection. Really, Jeremy and Bailey had the best connection. F off. Charlie and Alana, giving them a chance. They can't stand each other. They're not. It's they knew they were going to win the game. And I really believe, and this is what I was saying to my mom, that Olivia did this or Kyra, so that at least all the fans of Cash won't all go to Trina. So at least then Olivia and Kyra might be able to split the Cash vote, and the Trina vote will be split between them, and they have a better shot at winning.
Something went down. I don't think it was because just the TikTok to me that I would, if it was me, I would wait until she came out and said, explain this, explain your history to me and tell me why you would do this. But I think it had to have something to do with last night's show. Because the first person Trina said she wanted to talk to was Cash, that she couldn't wait to come out and hop on the phone in her interview that she did. I don't know if anybody here read the interview that Trina did with E.T. I don't know if I can link it, but there's an interview that she did, and they were talking about her friendship with Cash, and she's like one of the first people I can't wait to connect with. As soon as I get my phone back, I'm FaceTiming her. So I feel, because we know that we're like a couple of days behind, I feel like Trina got her phone back and told her something that went down in the villa, and it was against whatever, because I do not, especially after last night, I don't trust Olivia.
Well, and now maybe it makes more sense. Maybe the mom knows that, Olivia's not necessarily interested in people of color to date. And so she's just like, so what's going on here? Right? So
yeah,
her attitude, right? Hi, JH. So at this point, just be petty. We should all vote for Jeremy just to see the Islanders' face since they kept saving him. That's what I want.
That's why I voted for him. That's exactly the reason why I voted for him. They should have never kept Jeremy in all that time. And so when he comes in first or second place, and then they realize, wait a minute, he was in the bottom that whole time, that means that people got mad and voted for him instead of us, then they will realize it. I'm not voting, especially after this episode, I'm not voting for Will and Kyra. I do not trust Will. Something is off about that guy. And Kyra, she pissed me off this episode. Absolutely pissed me off this episode.
What happened?
Because she keeps doing the same thing. And she did it to Trina this episode, and it pissed me off because you can't keep going to your girls and saying to them, he's doing this to me and he's doing that to me and I don't know what to do. What do you think? And then your girls say, you should ask him this. You should do this. This is what we think. And then you go back to him and he's complaining because your girls think that way and then he found out. And you, instead of saying, well, I asked for their opinion, but, I'm observing, I'm just taking, I just want to know what they thought. I'll have a conversation with them. It's kind of like, on me at this point. She says, oh, I don't know why they keep doing that. I agree. They mean nothing. Yeah.
And they have to respect the decision that I've made. And I'm so happy with you.
Right. And threw them under the bus. And I said to everybody, y'all can feel bad. I said on Twitter, y'all can feel bad for Kyra if you want to. I don't feel one iota for that girl. She will not understand until she gets out of the villa how bad Will is for her.
I mean, she said, well, now she's saying that she has to make her own decisions. And even Alana, I'm wondering what Alana's deal is. She's just pushing her into this relationship. And she doesn't even really know her. She's basically being like, well, if you get your heart broken, at least you gave it a go. And I'm like,
she's another one that I was not a fan of this episode. She's a little bit obsessed with cachet, and I don't understand why.
What do you mean by that? What happened?
She keeps bringing her up to Charlie, and it's like, well, what do you think I bring to the table that Cash doesn't? And then he's gonna say, you call me on my shit. Cash didn't do that? That's new? That's something Cash didn't do? When she kept coming to you and you're doing this, you're doing that, and you had nothing to say to her? You're full of shit.
Is that the first time you sworn? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're all here for this. Hopefully we can make this vote turn. Everyone left in the villa was saved by someone they voted out. Oh, Allie, that's a dagger. That's a dagger.
Wow.
people all make me sick. Like, I'm just so grossed out by. I get it. It's a game show. At the end of the day, it's there for a prize money, absolutely. But I just don't like when people are preaching friendship, love, loyalty, fake crocodile tears. Like, if you're just there to play an effing game, don't try to fake it with this. Like, I really like this person, or like I'm in a relationship. Like, I just don't want the fakery. Allow me to see you for who you really are. And if I decide that I like you better playing the game than being in a relationship, I would still award you the money. I don't like people trying to trick me.
That's the same thing that how I feel. Like, listen, if you guys don't have a real connection, like, it's fine. I don't feel like any of them have a real connection, but don't try to scam me. Like, to say that Andre and or Trina was coasting Olivia, or to say that Andre and her don't have anything between them. Well, first of all, he said they had to be friends first. I don't see how they were any far back from Alana and Charlie, who barely kissed.
I really think that they ran with his response to
they used it as an excuse. Yeah, they used it as an excuse. But my whole thing is I haven't seen Alana and Charlie kiss each other since Cash left.
I don't think he grosses me up. My mom even said it. I know there's some Charlie stans in here. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not a Charlie stan or think he's fine or anything like that. My mom messaged me today. She's like, I don't know what it is, but as soon as he dumped Cash, he got ugly.
Exactly.
My mom, she's like, he got ugly. Like, she's like going on about how ugly he got. And she's like, I don't know what it is. She's like, I can't hear him eat. She's like, he was eating, and I couldn't take his how he sounded when he was eating. I'm like, Mom, you really can't take him anymore. She got the ick. She can't do food because, like,
I do not blame her. I don't blame her.
He's like, he's chewing food, my face just scrunch up. Okay, so J-Rod says the producers are setting it up to where Olivia and Corey and Will and Kyra are in the lead based on their dates, it seems.
Oh, yeah. They got the two in the lead date. So basically, Corey and Olivia are on the helicopter, just like J-Love were last season, and Elizabeth and Zach the season before. And then the Will and Kyra got the boat date that that wasn't available last year because they were in Vegas, but the year before Alexandria and Dylan got that date.
Right.
But looking at those dates, the date that I would have wanted to go on is the date that Jeremy and Bailey are going to get.
What do they do? Are they like horseback riding or something?
No, they're like in a like tropical setting, and then they get to go in like hot springs.
Oh, love that. Yeah. Way better. I mean, like, I've been on helicopter before, and it's actually quite terrifying.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'd want to do. Like, I mean, I would do it. I've been in the air all the time, and I'm like, if this is the way I'm going to go, it's going to be the way I'm going to go. But like, I don't know if I would be that like wow about like doing a helicopter date. You know what I mean? Because it's a little bit scary. Because like, have you ever been on one?
I've never been on one, and I don't think that I would ever do. I'm afraid of heights, and then I used to love roller coasters, but like now they give me like panic attacks or like a weird feeling, so I don't do roller coasters. Like, I love Disney. Disney's like my favorite place to go, but I don't do the roller coasters as much anymore, so I doubt I would go up in a helicopter and be okay.
I understand, but it actually is like the dip, like the drops when you're going on a roller coaster going down. That does happen. Like, you kind of lose, like, you just feel like you're falling every once in a while, and it just kind of feels unsafe.
Exactly, that's what it is.
Oh boy, what's her TikTok? I'm not sure if it's hers or not. I was trying to look it up, and I don't know if it's.
Here it's. I have screenshots of it. Hold on.
This is bad though, guys. Like, did she really unfollow her? Like, that's a big deal.
Live beautifully. LIV. BeAutiFullY.
Did she have 175 followers?
100 and how much?
75 or something. Like, does she have a lot or a little?
It was a little. It was 94 when I got this screenshot.
Oh, so maybe it's not actually her. Maybe someone's trying to like frame
Look
her.
here. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, my computer.
Can you send me the link on WhatsApp?
Oh, okay.
S'il vous plaît. Okay, I'll try, and I'll put it in the chat for you guys. Hi there, Luna. Thank you for joining us. Oh, it's getting late over there. I haven't watched it.
It is her. 176.
Okay.
Yep.
Why does she have any followers? It must not be her for real. Really,
You don't think so?
If they lose, I think Shine. I think that they're gonna lose, and he's gonna have to look like he's humble. He's gonna be pissed. Hi, Netha. Ooh, I'm excited to hear. Well, not here, but to talk soon about Love Island UK, because that heart rate episode was good.
It was.
I was.
Kaz looked fire. Kaz and Liberty looked amazing.
Well, they all kind of did. I thought like Faye taking out her hair, like she looked pretty hot doing that too.
Oh yeah, Faye looks good too. And I'm so glad she didn't wear dark lipstick because like her face looks so much better when she doesn't do that. But yeah, like when she took off oh my gosh, she looks good too. I think the only ones I didn't like was Priya and Mary.
Mary looked terrible.
And Chloe, she didn't need the headpiece. The dress was nice. Like I feel like she should have did something different with her head part. Like
yeah, she could have done something better for sure. She's
a
woman. All right, I told you guys, Liva is totally giving single white female vibes. I don't trust her at all. Look what she did to Trina and the fake ass speech last night.
Yeah, I agree.
Fakery effery. Like I was so angry at her. I couldn't even watch the end of the episode. And I was like, Trina, stop being so freaking polite. I would be pissed. I would have been like, don't touch me. I don't care. You're fake. Do whatever you gotta do. You're fake. You're fake. You're fake.
Yeah, like, I think because they were saying even they're like, oh, she's pissed. And I'm just like, you know, she has a right to be pissed. You guys were her friends, and neither one of you, like, I think Kyra might have voted for her, but I'm pretty sure Will talked her out of that after everything that happened. But one of them should have voted for her. Like, that was fucked up.
I think it's disgusting, to be honest. Like, I'm really somebody that values loyalty, and the fact that like you would save Jeremy all these times out of loyalty, and this is the one time where it kind of really counts, and you just have any loyalty to Charlie, who you're supposed to be like kind of like standing up for Cash with a little bit. Like you got rid of Trina, who was like maybe not like at the same level, but like they still were building something together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And even with your point though, too, like he has a daughter, and you wouldn't allow him to be there longer to have.
That's what I'm saying. There was no reason to vote them out. There was no reason. I don't feel like Alana and Charlie are anywhere in like everybody was saying the same thing. Well, no, sorry. I'll backtrack. Trina was pointing out what some of the girls were seeing when they were having that not lie detector, whatever it was, conversation with Alana and Charlie. And she's like, what is he talking about? She's like, Cash did that all the time. Like, what is he on? And I don't think the guys necessarily were seeing it, but the girls definitely saw that Charlie is full of crap. So I don't know if a promise was made by Olivia that she wouldn't vote to get him into the final. I don't know, but I have a feeling it had something to do with it. I have a feeling it had something to do with a promise that was made, and Olivia went back on it for the game, and now none of them trust her. I bet you that's what it is.
I know, and they haven't come on and talk yet, so I'm wondering like what is going on. Like why haven't they, have a live? I need that Trina Cash live right now.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
So Jeremy would have voted with whoever had the most votes. Olivia could have saved Trina. Olivia.
That's what I'm saying. Makes no sense.
Unfortunate. Yes, he is, but Mama and Granny is not. They saw through Olivia with her dead eyes. Yes, she does have dead eyes. She's just like, and like tries to make him like look watery and like flutter like the lashes, but I don't feel it. I didn't watch the episode. I'm gonna assume most people are voting or have voted for Jeremy. Also, when is the final? I think it's on Sunday night. Sunday night should be the finale.
Yeah, Sunday night is the finale. It's like an hour. I mean, it's like 2 hours or hour and a half. I have to check again because I looked a few weeks ago. And literally, I'll be very happy when it's over. And because Monday, Bachelor in Paradise starts, and I can forget this whole friggin' season because they ruined it. Ruined
it, like beyond. My mom is like, what happened? She's like, it started so good. Like my mom, you can tell. I haven't even been like ranting to her about this, and she has her own opinion, and she's just like, man, they really missed the mark here. She's like, why did they vote out Giovanni? Like that's what my mom is saying.
So I don't know if we want to discuss it now or we'll discuss it when the season ends.
I don't care. Let's just rant.
Okay. All they had to do was do a few simple fixes. One, why did this year they decided not to just dump the lowest vote getters? It had to be a reason, and unless it was Cash or Giovanni, I don't understand why they would not dump. They would like not just go ahead and do what they've been doing. That's one. Two, they should have sent in Casey or somebody else in for Trina from a few weeks into the triangle, and then they could have, I think, had a better dynamic if Cinco had switched to Trina, and then Trina found this person better, and then it was like more of a square, less of a triangle, one-sided triangle with Cinco in the middle. I think that would have helped, because based on Trina's interview, she did say that it did interrupt her and Cash's friendship, but they were able to come together during Casa Amor. So thank God for that. But I think that was also one-sided because Cash was doing everything a friend would do. I think just Trina had a hard time separating it because she said, based in her interview, that she knew that Cinco wanted Cash, and she could not be herself with him because she knew he still wanted Cash.
I mean, I'll still say, like, that's all your problem, Trina, but I'm glad
you exactly. And so at the end of the day, she realized that, she just couldn't be herself with him. And it is what it is. Like, the game played out however it played out, but I feel like if they had sent in one more black guy who actually likes black women, I think it would have assisted in making the season better.
They really didn't want a black person to win.
That's what it is.
If they wanted, this is what my mom was saying. She's like, I don't understand why they would let Cash go, because like she's like, in the UK they saw how popular Amber was, and so she was supposed to be dumped, but they saved her. The producers saved her from being dumped, and then they brought in Greg to date her, who is coming in there specifically for Amber. And then they go and they got the hideaway, and then they get to the finale and Amber wins the show. She's like, why didn't they do that for Cash? I'm like, Mom, they didn't want Cash to win the show. She's like, yeah, you're right. 2 dark-skinned black women winning on a CBS show 2 years in a row? No. Or even if they had sent Andre in, he seems to really like Trina, and maybe that would have built over time, that they would have switched and recoupled. I think that would have just been a better storyline than what we got to keep things going. They should not have jumped Giovanni. No. They should not have dumped 4 couples that night. No.
If you were going to keep Jeremy and Olivia, you should have kept Giovanni and Florida.
Right?
Like if you wanted to allow Wes and Amy to go, that would have been one thing. But you guys, they should have kept 4 couples and did a double dumping after Casa Amor, like normal.
Yeah. They definitely. I don't know why they needed to do that. It just like, ooh, let's shock us by ruining the show. Okay.
They ruined the show. That started the downfall.
Like, was the ratings good? Was shocking dumping? Like, oh no, ratings killer. Like, it's just like, what are you doing? It's so bad. Someone should be fired, I think, for whoever made those decisions.
Yeah, and then they should not have sent in 3 girls at the end.
Yeah,
it should have been. Yeah,
fired.
Yeah, they should have been 2 guys and a girl.
Sure. Definitely. I mean, they did everything terribly after like the first couple weeks of the show.
Yeah.
So Corey's family, yes, they're Democrats, and that could explain why his family was upset. Absolutely, but I think somebody else said the dead eyes. I think is what it is. Like I think they could tell that she is not into their son, and I feel like they were because like. You know, if I'm like so into somebody, I'm just like, you know, like you can feel it. You're like, oh my god, I love this person, mom. You know what I mean? Like you'd be having that, and like nobody really had that with anybody, right? And so their parents are probably being like, why are you trying to con me? Like, and the parents are like, I know you don't like this person. What do you want me to say here?
Yeah, it's the same thing kind of with Will and Kyra. It's like everybody has not everybody. 80% of the people have the same or similar opinion of both situations. So something has to be there that we're not seeing. And they're not coming to that realization that whatever y'all are trying to do to fake it is not working.
I mean, half the people think that there's something with that's like real with Corey and Olivia. I'm just like, in what universe?
I don't. The Middle America is eating that up, and I'm like, what?
Well, I mean, they're the same people that think Katie Thurston is like the best Bachelorette.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. There's been some articles come out about it, and I agree that there's a lot of people who are really Team Katie on her side. Hating on Greg. Listen, I don't like Greg. I personally think Greg did not like her, but I thought this from day one. Now, there's people who thought he was the end all be all and now are upset because he dumped her. Yeah. I personally just feel like he would like an absolute toxic relationship, in my opinion. But I feel like she was able to do certain things. Oh, but I will give this to Katie. She was able to do certain things that like Michelle's not going to be able to do something and have some of the reactions that Katie did this season. She would, because when Rachel Lindsay did it, people still don't forgive her for talking to Peter the way she did, even though that was all producer-led.
My best life. Oh, you terrible human being to say that.
Exactly.
Ridiculed you and humiliated you in front of millions of people, and you said, "I'm living my best life. I'm good, thanks." And then he goes and says something to the effect of, "You're never gonna have a good life without me," or whatever, something like that. It's like, nice. I don't even let me go down the Bachelorette chain right now.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, Katie did say that she actually was watching the episode right before she came out after the final rose. And that's why she was so angry. And I said, they did that to her on purpose. They really set her up.
I mean, you know what show you're on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Patrice. Thanks for joining us today. Yes, Earth Angel, we're all voting for Jeremy to make Will mad.
I don't know if we can hit the Olivia Corey vote. On Twitter, it's about 50-50. But just to see Will and Kyra like shook that they come in third place will also make me very happy.
It would. It totally would. I tried to watch Love Island yesterday, but I couldn't. I was over it real fast. it literally looked like a new season. I was just, yeah, exactly. Like, I don't care about this person. I don't care about this date. Like, it starts off the episode and we see like it was Will and Kyra talking, and he's like, are those happy tears? And she's like, oh yeah, I don't know. Let's like go talk for a second. And you know, she asks him if it bothers him about like what his father thinks, and it's like obviously that's what it's going to bother him, Kyra. And even if it doesn't bother him, he's going to use that it bothers him. I forget who I was talking to. It might have been, was it you? But somebody had said to me like, Will is going to use the fact that Kyra's parents don't like him to break up with her. That is what.
Oh, that wasn't me, but that's a good theory.
Right? They're gonna get out of the island and be like, we put it back behind us, and like everybody else won't allow us to like move on with their life. And he's like, I don't feel comfortable being with you, Kyra. If your family doesn't support us in our relationship, I can't be with you anymore. And that is going to be his way out the door, because he doesn't have to then make a commitment, because he doesn't want to feel like her family is always putting their relationship down and thinking badly of him.
I can so see that. I can so see that.
I'll watch it if Jeremy wins, just to see the reaction of the others.
Listen, at this point, I'm with the violence. At this point, I'm with the violence.
Hey, team violence. Yes. We are using violence today.
Yes. I would love to see that.
Hi, Brandy. So I voted Jeremy because both Olivia and Kyra's speeches made me mad. I was furious. Olivia's speech made no sense, as if being a friendship couple didn't take her through the whole game. So rude. Exactly. It was her friendship that kept her in the game. When she was in the bottom, it was her friendship with Cash that kept her in the game. Like, the fact that you would just dump your friends is just so rude. At this point, nobody in there is in a serious relationship. You think that they're in like less likely to be getting in a real relationship over Alana and Charlie, who are definitely not getting in a relationship. It's like nobody is. What are you judging this on? The fact that Andre says like, I don't know if I maybe outside of the villa, but I don't think we have time to get there between now and the end. Like, he's
so what? He never said there was no way that they were ever going to date. Unlike Ellie, like last episode, I understand. Ellie and Casey, Ellie's like, no, that's never going to happen. That I understand. Andre said it would take me time, but I like to build a friendship first in all of my relationships before I go fully there. And they knew that Trina actually liked Andre. Trina liked Andre. It's not like she didn't. So you stopped the relationship.
With her being like, I don't know, it's kind of flirty and kind of giddy. Like, I kind of like him. And like, they have great conversations, good chats. Like, he's probably just saying like, I don't want to make a super commitment because I've only known you for 2 days. But like, I like you. I don't want to be looking at anybody else right now. Like, I hated everybody. I was so angry yesterday. Yes, to us too, Tasha. Thanks for joining us. So we were also hurt on behalf of Trina. With friends like those, who needs enemies? Absolutely. Exactly. Will and Kyra made me mad. So mad. I know. Me too. Will turned on Trina. Oh, and Kyra didn't say nothing to save, because Kyra wants to pretend like she knows better and there's nothing going on. And this is like, from what I've seen of this relationship of hers, it's just like he has really figured out how to groom her. I don't know how he figured it out so quickly, or if it's just like he naturally was able to groom this person to become as like passive as she has become. But like, I don't know, isn't Dick that good? Because like, I just don't get why she's so dickmatized. I've really never seen anybody that everybody's like, oh, he's the worst. And then I'd be like, I believe him. Like, I can't even imagine that. No, like, it would be so hard for anybody to say to a friend that they don't trust your boyfriend. It would be so hard for them to say that. So if they mustered up the strength to say that when it's not going to benefit them in any sort of way whatsoever, like, shouldn't you hear a little bit of negative truth? It's not happened. It's not just once. Right? He got in this big fight with Shannon. He got in this argument now with Trina. Or your dad, who knows you better than Will, says, I think he's a 70-30, 50-50. These are three people that we're recognizing that are not really approving of this relationship. But trust yourself, and you're trusting you're going in 100%, and you're just going to, if you're going to fall, you're going to fall. Well, then don't complain. You can't complain.
No.
Cannot complain. Yep. And then Kyra big cry. Oh my God, she couldn't even squeeze out a tear for Trina. Get out of here. See, yes, we had the ick together. I never really liked him. I told you, my friend was telling me ooh, I'm gonna watch Love Island because this guy that I've been thirsting over is I love it. He's so hot on his IG, and she's sent me the picture of where he's wearing the underwear, and I think he's eating. Is that the? I don't know. It's gross. And I was just he's good looking, but he's not my thing. He's not my type of guy at all. And then he came on the show, and he never made me change my mind. Never. Okay, you don't want her to coast one more week? Why not, bitches? Why not? Also,
just that speech was not necessary. Oh, I think she will be coasting. Who the frick cares?
And what the F have you been doing for 5 weeks? Now you're such a strong couple that you can decide on her.
What gives you the right to judge her relationship for the final week? You've been coasting for weeks.
Also, have they never heard of friends who love her? Is not saying that would be the case with Trina and Andre, but their reasoning was not it. It was not it at all. If you could have seen how angry I was, I was sending hate texts to people. I was just I'm have you watched this episode yet?
Yeah, Chantele was mad. I had an hour or two to get over it, but I had already sent my hate votes already.
Oh man, I voted for Jeremy too. Yes, Earth Angel. Oh my God, if we could do this, if we could flip this, especially if Cash is not endorsing it anymore, maybe we could still have time because we still have tonight's episode to vote, right?
Yeah, we still have tonight to vote. So that's what I was saying to people. I'm we have to vote again. So that's why I was trying to get people to come up with a consensus on Twitter. I said, guys, which scammers are we going to vote for? Because we have to try to do this strategically. And then everybody we were say, I don't want to vote for her for this. I don't want to vote for him for this. I don't want to. So it's oh shit, it just comes down to Jeremy and Bailey. At this point, it comes down to Jeremy and Bailey. I don't know who else to vote for. And so it's you guys don't have to vote. Just don't vote. I'm no, I'm going to do my civic duty.
You have to vote. You have to vote.
Yeah. I was no, I'm going to do my civic duty. They played the game. They let his ass stay in the villa, and now he going to get my votes. And everybody else's vote too.
Please. Oh my God. There's things that I salivate over, and this is one of them. Just being petty like this. And if it works out, I would actually probably would jump up and scream if that's the, I'd be okay, not to be petty, says Brandy. Why Olivia cried harder for Trina than for Cash? I think because she's putting on a show right now, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure because everybody said, so everybody that's come out the villa, so Casey and Ellie and even Cash was that everybody was shocked. It was dead silent when he said Alana's name. And then you heard, Andre copying, but everybody was it was dead silent. So I don't know if everybody was in shock because as I said yesterday, nobody knew he was going to choose Alana. Alana did not know that he was going to choose her. Cash did not know for sure that he was going to choose her. She said she was going to self-eliminate regardless of what his choice was. So I think it could be shock or it could be she's playing the game. Like Chantele said yesterday, maybe she did want her out to take her spot. Yeah.
Yep. Brandy, you gotta put the app back on and vote one more time. Just tonight.
You gotta vote tonight. You gotta vote tonight.
Yep, she was acting. All these actresses. Oh,
And the real actress, which is Cash, who has the damn theater degree, is the one person that comes across as the most genuine person on the damn show.
so Ali, is this really Olivia's like TikTok? Like I have more followers than her on TikTok. It can't be her. It must be a troll. It has to be a troll account.
Wait, maybe let's see. Can we see like when this was started? No,
I don't know how to do that. That
no.
episode was great. Are you gonna do Love Island UK recap tomorrow or after this? Oh my gosh! I know I was supposed to do it earlier, but I just ran out of time.
No, it's her TikTok. It's got to be her TikTok because these likes go back far.
Oh. Mm. Right. It's not just like today.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, Netha, what to do because I have to do the challenge review at 8. So I think that I'm going to do a double episode of Love Island UK tomorrow at 2 when I don't have anything else to do. Like I had a lot to do today and I couldn't squeeze it in and watch the episode. Like I still have the ending of the episode to watch. They just finished doing the heart rate challenge. So
oh, you got to watch that. Oh, yeah.
I think there's stuff that probably Liberty and Jake probably something happens. So yeah, so at the end we'll do a little episode with tonight's episode and tomorrow's and yesterday's episode tomorrow at 2 p.m. and then I should be back on the schedule for the last week and like then I'm just done. I'm so tired. This has been very tiring.
Yeah.
Did you notice Olivia wouldn't even let Corey speak like the other couples? Ugh, yeah. Ugh. I guess Olivia and Alana are the new besties. Ugh.
Yeah.
So grab like my face. I'm looking forward to the live with Cash and Trina. I know, me too. I want to see what type of energy Trina will give off. I'm hoping for the best. I mean, I think that she's going to be super excited to see Cash. And she's going to probably be like, girl, I think Olivia is shady. That's what I feel.
Yeah, I think whatever conversation they had, she's gonna re-up it. Listen, I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. This is what happened my last few weeks. Anything that she can tell with that's not editing wise, yeah, I have a feeling that's what's coming.
J. Ross says Olivia, aka Snake, kicked Trina off the island, off the villa, because she doesn't want anyone standing in the way of her calculated relationship with Ray.
Yeah, I agree. Because what I said is it might have been a mistake on our end, but they probably would have sent them home. Voting Trina and Andre as top 3 couples a couple days ago, because then they got wind that we would vote for them, right? So then they're like, oh, they could get into the final and they could win. So that's why I'm like, if we vote for Jeremy and Bailey, it's gonna come out of nowhere for them. Because they probably think they have it all wrapped up. We got rid of Cash and Cinco. Shannon and Josh left. Trina and Andre aren't standing in our way. Nobody's going to vote for Jeremy. Nobody's going to vote for Charlie because he kicked off Cash. So it's going to be down to I'm sure they have in their head it's going to be down to Olivia and Corey and Will and Kyra. Yeah. I'm sure that's what they have.
Hi, Tania. So it's okay, guys. Trina is free and her chances of finding was better because of the show. It's a win for her. But why can't she win after the show with some money?
I know.
That's like there's only a week more to have the full experience. And I don't know if it's worth it to feel backstabbed by her friend. I know she was saying, like, don't worry, guys. It's okay. I still love you guys. I met my family, all that shit. But I still think I would never be friends with them in real life after. Like, I might be friendly with them. I'm not going to be outwardly mean or not, be rude to them. But I would know, and I wouldn't trust them. And be like, that's what it is. We will never be besties, Olivia.
Yeah. I'm wondering if a pact was made that they were only going to keep the OGs.
She's an OG. What do you mean? That's what she went against?
And she went against it.
Let's have as many OGs as we can in the final. Yeah. I'm so grossed out, though. Okay, what else happened this episode? So Kyra tells the girls about their parents, like echoing the same feelings that they have about Will. So why are you saying this to them? You already kind of pointed this out, which pissed you off. Is like, why are you pointing out that your parents didn't like Will? If you were going to just go back to Will and then be like, oh, my friends also say that they don't like you, Will. So then Will can go and be mad at them and then get into a fight with Shannon or get into a fight with Trina. And then you go and take Will's side. Like, it's so classic abused woman. It's like, it's just really uncomfortable to watch, to be honest. And then Alana piping in with her 2 cents. Just go for it. If you get hurt, you get hurt. Like, shut up, Alana. Will and Kyra go and talk, and he's like, now he's really sad because he's coming across like as if he's like not a good person, and it's really sad that they have that he has to hear these perspectives, and he says he's 100% sure that she's what he wants. Well, want to be in a relationship with. It's different. And Kyra wants a relationship, and she's allowing someone that won't give her a relationship to be her boyfriend, or she thinks it's her boyfriend, and he does not at all.
Somebody on Twitter was like, I don't understand what people want from Will. He just wants to go outside the villa and see if their relationship is gonna work out on the real world and not in the bubble that is Love Island. Then don't friggin' come on this show. Then don't sit there and hold you guys up as a paragon of relationship, that how you guys are the strongest relationship there. Because then you're playing a game.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, just to keep been talking about Love Island UK, but this particular episode, Tyler goes and does this whole elaborate thing just to be exclusive.
Just so cute.
It was so
cute. Listen, I don't know if Tyler and Kaz are gonna work outside the villa. I don't care. This was the cutest thing ever. And he didn't ask her to be boyfriend or girlfriend, and he could have. And he just said, "You're the one I want for the rest of the time that we're here." How hard is that?
How hard is that? And not one of these are any of these couples exclusive or in a boyfriend? No, none of them.
Yes. What, the final 4
for Love Island US?
No.
So yeah,
the only one that made it official was Shannon and Josh.
Oh, right? Yeah. I was feeling like, I feel like somebody did. Yeah, and they're gone.
And they're gone.
That's one of the things that I like about Love Island UK is that I like it's very silly, and they get everybody in on it, and like everybody plays their role, and like they read like the text and like lead them to another area. Like, it's so cute and well thought out. Whether it's contrived or not, fine. But like, they're willing to put themselves out there, and like the American guys, at least on this season, aren't willing to do that, and it annoys me, because I love that about the UK, that they're willing to do something really sappy and romantic just to make making like a big roses, hearts and stuff like that, or like, he has written on the towel like all the, what I mean? Like, they put in some effort to be a little bit more romantic.
Somebody on some UK show was like, oh, that it wasn't well thought out. It was contrived. It was just like what somebody else people have always done. I was like, that's the show. Like, get over it. When the white couples do it, y'all eat that shit up. But because Tyler did it, it's a problem. He doesn't really like Kaz. Like, what? I don't. Hello, McFly. Come on.
He's willing to do it, and that's what I think is important. He's willing to put it out there, and so he's going to be judged heavily if he puts that out there, and he comes out and then he dumps her or something like that. So it just holds him a little bit accountable, and I appreciate the effort.
I think he really likes her. Whether they work in the real world, I don't know. I know I don't know how far they live from each other. I don't know how that stuff works, but I think Tyler really likes Kaz, like, especially after the heart rate challenge, because if his heart had raced for some other girl, they certainly were not going to change that. You know what I mean?
No.
Because you see that they didn't change Kaz's, but I really think that, like, based on, like, if you watch some of the edits and just like the clips, like how he explained to Clarice when he was dumping her. always going back to. He really likes her.
I mean, I like what I'm seeing with them. So
Yeah.
not MC says Casey would have never picked Trina. That's not true. I think I read or heard, or Tamika, did you tell me that he says that he was interested in
He was coming in there for Trina.
He came.
That's why I said what I said. If they had not had 3 girls in there, he would have coupled up with Trina.
The bottom line is production should have picked black men who like black women. Yeah,
I don't necessarily need, but this is the thing, guys. I don't need black men who like black women. I need men who like black women. Like that, the whole point is they're not going to put like 5 black people on the show, right? So I need like at the same time. So what I'm saying is I need there, like if you go in dating apps, there are men who specifically, one just liked me today and said he's like, it's the melanin for me. Like, would I date him? I don't know, but he obviously primarily dates black women. That's what we need. That's what they needed to find.
I don't know if they have the right people looking.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not happy that Trina is no longer in the villa and lost her chance to win. I am happy that she's no longer in that toxic environment. Cheers to good mental health. Okay, I mean, yes, I totally agree with that. Obviously, I don't want anybody to be under any mental anguish, but it's just like how she left, I think would affect me emotionally, personally.
Yeah, no.
Olivia's doing whatever she needs to get the money for you.
Which is why I don't want to give it to her, but I think they're probably going to win.
She has loyalty to no one in the villa. Hopefully she keeps that with no friends. That would be cool.
Yeah.
One thing is black men that say they like black women to get on the show.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Charlene. That's why I said what I said. I do not need black men who say and have dated black women to come into the villa. I need men, Hispanic, Asian, white, whatever else that like black women, primarily date black women, to come into the villa.
100%. I see Jordan. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, who cares what political party people belong to when it comes to finding love? I don't care. Oh, for sure. But the whole issue was, want to just reiterate what happened there, Cash? I mean, calling you Cash. Tamika?
So it's not, again, I've said it before, because people were coming down on Cash for still being friends with Shannon and Josh, when Shannon is a Trump supporter, and being friends with Olivia because she's a potential Trump supporter based on her history. But what came out the last couple of days is that Shannon's history is not just that of a Trump supporter, meaning she politically followed Trump. It's that of somebody who it discriminates against certain populations. She is anti-BLM. She is anti Juneteenth, meaning African American holiday. She is anti-LGBTQ, which half the villa have identified as bisexual or pansexual, to including the person she says is her best friend. So at the end of the day, it's not about political party necessarily. It's about what the person stands for and what that political party is standing for. 95% of the time, 80% of the time, people who identify as Trump supporters are also people who are racist. I'm sorry. That's just how it works in this country at this point.
I've seen it, and I believe it. Just like to jump back to this episode, even though we don't really care. Trina and Will have that conversation that was just so uncomfortable. And, Trina's like, you seem a little off tonight. And then all of a sudden, Will's like, oh, you're pointing the finger and you're saying all these things and you're putting words in people's mouth. And I'm like, I was as shocked as Trina was, because I was like, has she done something that they didn't show us? Like, what happened?
It was like out of nowhere, because she wasn't even, I thought it was going to start off with her like saying, you did this, and, Care feels bad and you got to do better, and, blah, 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 blah. But it started off with her, just like, you got to kind of just, like, her tone was like this. She was like, you just got to kind of show them who you really are. I believe in you. And he went off on her. Oh, no, I think you're playing a game. You said this. She's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? I'm not accusing you of anything.
Will, like, she was, like, shocked and hurt. And it's
Yeah,
great.
she's been on his side since the beginning, and then I think he showed himself to her. He showed himself to her.
Hi, Underground. Late to the stream, but let's talk about how they tricked me into voting for Jeremy because I hate him the least. Don't kill me. I know they did, though. Like, his dad he did the right thing to get his son to win the money. Like,
At this point, whoever wins, though, I don't see them being anything past the show.
no, none of the couples are staying together. Not one.
No. I mean, like, I don't see them getting endorsed. I don't see them becoming Justine. I don't see them becoming even Sally. I don't see that Johnny. I don't see them getting anything.
Out of the villa. All of them are out of the villa.
Yeah.
Casey said in an interview that he was interested in Trina first, yes, but stated that he didn't have a chance to really talk to her. I called BS on him. They live there. They have plenty of time. I know. I did hear, though, if they wanted to have chats, they did have to, like, arrange when they could have chats with people. So
that was it. Somebody said that, like, they're not allowed to talk when they eat. I think it might have been Rachel in the UK. She's like, the producers and them sit down in the villa with them when they eat so that they can't talk because they want those conversations to air on TV. So they don't really talk when they eat. They basically, like, just talk when we see them on camera or in bed or whatever. So that's what happened. So I don't think we're saying 24/7 that they can talk. That's not true.
Hi, Wendy. You're super, so I'm super upset with the vets of this show because they let Trina go. Oh, we are upset, Wendy. Thank you for joining us. At least Andre, or whatever his name was nice, and she had some real growth. I want to vote for Corey, but I'm mad. I don't think you should vote for Corey because we don't trust Olivia, Wendy.
No.
Don't trust Olivia.
No, I can definitely see, because I don't trust Olivia, I can definitely see her stealing the money and not giving it to Corey. I don't trust her. Yeah. I don't trust her. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I don't trust after this episode. I don't trust Olivia so much that I can literally see her taking the money and not sharing it with Corey.
Oh my God. And then just like you'd see Corey just like with his head down like this, like, oh my God. I mean, that'd make good TV.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying that. Because I think she's playing a game, and I think at the end of the day, she thinks it would be good TV. She gets to keep $100,000.
With the guy, obviously now, because like, oh no, I didn't even think that was even a possibility, but it very well could be. That is so savage. Oh my God. Okay, C. Jordan, we're with you. We don't trust Olivia either, and we both still like Cash and Trina. We came way around with Trina, and we went way around the other way with Olivia because I liked Olivia in the beginning, and now I don't trust her. None of the couples will last 2 hours outside of the villa. No.
Nah.
They won't even be going on those little trips together. Like, I don't even think they'll do that,
At this point, I think that world tour that Cash was talking about might be in question.
What should we be doing with Will and Wes and Amy and Cinco? I think that's it. And maybe Shannon and Josh.
Giovanni. Giovanni. Yeah.
The seventh wheel. They will be breaking up on the way to the airport. Absolutely. Hi, Shads. So I feel like at this point, Will knows he's not winning. If he liked Kyra, for goodness sake, just leave to go and fix whatever y'all have. No, he want the money for sure.
Yeah, no. He knows that in his head, he knows he's winning. He thinks that every time the girls try to make Kyra think differently, that's what's coming across on TV and making us not like them, especially since last episode they came back to the top. So that's why he keeps attacking the girls. That's why he keeps trying to make, like, when they were sitting down and talking together, he's like, but, I told you this and I showed you this and I said this. And don't you understand? He thinks if he keeps saying it, that it's people will see that he's coming across as genuine, but he's not.
Oh, Steve Jordan. Hey, ladies, I love listening to you too, but I am white Republican and I'm not a racist. I love all people because Jesus Christ loves us first. Absolutely. We're not saying everyone.
I love all of that.
But 80%.
As long as you're not a racist, I have love for you. God is good.
They also said my dad used to be a Republican until Trump.
Yeah,
so.
that's what Chantele said. That's why I said I've not talked about political parties mostly other than to just point out certain things, because I do know that some people do not care about social issues. They only care about, monetary issues, and that's why they do vote Republican. And so I understand that that is a thing. So there's nuance to everything. Nobody's saying all Republicans are racist.
Okay. As soon as I saw a picture of Charlie naked on his IG, I knew right away that man was questionable. Don't kill me. He doesn't pose for me. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, I don't know who he's posing for, but it's not for me. I definitely don't want Charlie and Alana to win. They're so far from the vote. I just don't think like they're friends. Maybe he does have 100,000 followers or 110,000 on Instagram, so maybe he will get some people.
But he's up to 111.
Oh, so he's only got like 1,000 in a week. That's not great.
Yeah.
Let's Team Jeremy. I can't believe this is where we are. What happened? No, Trina, Shannon, and Cash still saying Corey and Olivia. I think they're all tired of Will.
Oh, maybe that's it, that they don't want Will and Kyra to win because they think they're playing the game. That's possible.
Yeah, Wendy, I think that's what we're going to have to do. Give it a go. I mean, I don't know if we'll be able to take the vote away from Corey and Olivia, but at least he'll be up there and they could get scared,
Yeah.
Team Jeremy and his producer dad.
I wonder if he really has a relative that works for CBS, if that means he's not allowed to keep the money. Can you imagine?
Ooh, maybe they'd have to have figured out something though.
Then maybe they will make Bailey steal the money, because that would be awesome.
Cash isn't following Olivia anymore. Something going on. So if she's still not following, that's interesting. So I hope with that that the dates tonight don't change people's minds. I won't be watching still. We'll hear from you ladies tomorrow. Thank you, Tasha. We'll suffer through it for you. Casey was the only one with common sense, because he said he don't know if he believes in that relationship. He said he was unsure. Mm-hmm.
He did. He said to vote for Trina and Andre.
Interesting. Olivia, a Trump supporter, she isn't getting my vote. No more. Corey, my guy, though. Yeah. I mean, I understand. Olivia is fake. I agree. She didn't have to cut Trina and Andre last night. Nope. I believe Olivia, Will, and Kyra knew that Trina and Andre were going to win, so they cut Trina and Andre. Or maybe the producers forced them to do this.
She's following her again.
I hope Andre gives Trina a chance outside the villa. They actually give really good couple vibes. I can see why he wants to go slow, because he has a kid as well. Yes, it's true. Hi, Bihi. Thanks for joining us. So am I the only one who believes that Cache is more into Cinco than he is into her? I hope he doesn't leave her heartbroken. I'd say, yeah, a little bit. But I also think that he's not really that, like, as big as Cash is. And so, I don't know. He would say, hey, girl, time to leave. If you,
that's why I'm saying that. If a guy that doesn't like a girl would send them home like days ago. She was supposed to leave days ago, and she's like going to his event tomorrow night, and she has to go shopping for his event. She has no clothes there. He would have sent her home to get her clothes. There's a way that men who don't like women, like she said in an interview that he said, "You're going to get tired of me. I know it." And she was like, "Wait, you're worried about me getting tired of you?" She's like, I was worried about you getting tired of me. She's like, "This is great." So that's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why I'm saying, based on what he's been saying and the fact that he could have, it's just not like he came to her house and left, which is what Caleb did. She's at his house. His dad is cooking for her every night, and he brought her to work this morning and worked out with her And
I saw that today.
yeah, and so he does not have to do all of that if he does not care about the girl.
He's enjoying the ride, and if he, and that's what I even said this before, and people were coming for me because like, oh, I'm preaching that I want real relationships, but that I'm okay if Cinco and Cash fake it. I'm like, they're outside of the villa. If they want to fake it for a Fashion Nova joint deal, I don't care. I don't care.
Give them boohoo. Give them Fashion Nova. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. And you can't tell me. I highly doubt that they would fake a relationship. I think they'd be more like friends with benefits, personally. But that's just me.
Tamika says maybe this experience will open her mind. She may have only lived in a small world with where everyone around her hates. Hopefully her eyes are open. Possible.
Absolutely. Again, she lives in Alaska, so that's very possible. Which is why I said I don't think that was the reason why Cash unfollowed her. If she unfollowed her purposely. I don't know now because she's refollowing her. But yeah, she's refollowing her. No. She's following everybody but her. She was following Trina. She was following most of the people. Because usually what happens is whoever's doing their social media will follow them so that they can tag them through the show and that kind of stuff. So she was following her and then unfollowed her. But I don't know if she refollowed her because people noticed it. But that's why I'm saying I don't think it's just the TikTok stuff is the reason why Cash would unfollow her. Because I personally would ask my friend when she gets out the villa, why do you feel this way? Can I explain to you why this way of thinking is wrong? I think it had more to do with something that happened in the villa, that certain promises might have been made, or her watching something and didn't like something that was said or done.
Absolutely. Yes, vote Jeremy, Wendy. We're doing it.
Jeremy and Bailey.
Thanks for joining us, Adrian. We're going to do it. Okay. World Tour seems like it's going to be just the OGs that already got kicked off already, plus Jeremy. Yep.
Yeah.
My vote will be Jeremy. My hope is Will doesn't win. I don't think he has a shot. I don't think he has a chance. This season was crappy. I know it started off so good and then it just plummeted. I got here really late. It's okay, CJ. Thanks for joining us. I can't vote anyone, especially since Olivia and Corey couldn't even vote to keep Trina. I know, over Charlie. Exactly. Even Kyra couldn't keep her girl. It's just gross. All these couples are friendship. Absolutely. Totally agree, CJ. That's why we're doing Jeremy for the vote, just as a slap in the face for choosing violence. Hashtag petty bitches. I don't know.
Yeah.
Petty.
So somebody said that they're like, oh, I don't understand why you would vote for any other couple but Will and Kyra when they're the most genuine couple. I said, how are they genuine when he refuses to make her his girlfriend and refuses to even say that they'll be exclusive outside the villa? How are they genuine?
Yeah. Hi, Mary. Thank you for joining us. Better late than never. It's Friday the 13th today. Just reminding everybody. Yep. This is it. I mean, if we got 100 people here, that's a good amount of people. That could be the difference. First and second, you never know. Okay, can people stop saying Cinco doesn't like Cash? I hate when people question everything. I'm sorry, guys. I just hate when people question that. Listen, I can see, but he's not the same type of vibe as Cash. And so I really like what I see of their relationship. I can't really tell if it's super they're in love. I can't really tell yet. With Wes and Amy, I can really tell that there's something very strong with them. But I think that they started their relationship a little bit differently. And so they're learning about each other a little bit differently. They're a little more guarded, a little bit more nervous. And they get to start fresh, kind of like Wes and Amy did. So I'm going to enjoy the couple. I can't tell what's going on with them. I wish them the best. And I think he likes her enough to want to be pursuing her right now.
Right. And I think people have this misconception that Cash wants to marry the man tomorrow. And that's farther from the truth. From every interview, every conversation I've heard her have, she's a commitment phobe. Commitment scares her. She just knows that she's very into this guy.
Yes.
So that's where we are. Anybody trying to act like Cash is going to marry Cinco tomorrow, Cash is waiting to be married with Cinco, and he's not into her in that way, I think is not looking at the relationship objectively. Cash and Cinco are dating.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
That's it.
Love it. So is Charlie really into Alana like that? No. I swear it's hard to put the pieces to through the puzzle with that man. Nobody knows. I think he's there thinking that he has the Instagram followers to get the bag. Like, I think he's just trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me. When a man likes a woman, they meet the family. Men don't just let every woman meet their parents. Trust me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like my brother would like hide girls' shoes. Like he was living in the basement, and like if like a girl was coming over, she would like put the shoes away so that my mom wouldn't know that there was like a girl here. Like it took like years for some of his girlfriends to meet my mom. You know what I mean? So the fact that day one that she's moved in and with the father, I don't know if he lives with his dad or like they're nearby or what, but like, you know, it's pretty quick. You're so right, Shads. So is Charlie really? Oh, okay, we know it already. Doubled up. Not Jeremy. I can't. It's Yes, you can. Yes, you cash.
He is the best of the worst.
You said it so sadly. He's the best of the worst.
I don't think Jeremy would take the money and run if he got the envelope and she didn't. I think he would split it with her. Yeah.
Oh my God. Tasha, don't say these words. Tasha says maybe Will pull the girlfriend card tonight. If he did that, that's very good for his game.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people at this point will believe him. He's been fighting it too hard. But like, see, it's just a way of doing things, because I feel like with Justine and Caleb, they were like very adamant that they weren't saying where they were in their relationship until their date, right? And then he's like, I do love you. I do want this outside the villa. Played the game very well, right? They like right at their date, and they that like it worked. So they were also already in the lead, but you know what I mean? I think it's a way to do it. If he had just said, no, we're exclusive, like she like how she's been pressing him on it, lightly pressing, it's not been a lot. If he had just said, no, my plan is for us. I don't want any girl else. We're exclusive. I don't want any girl in this villa but you. And when we come out of here, I'm not dating anybody else. I'm only dating you. But, you know, until we have more time, I don't want to say we're boyfriend and girlfriend until, you know, we see how each other's lives are outside of it. If he had said anything near that, I think we wouldn't be in this position.
Well, yeah, clearly, yeah, obviously. Hi, Taylor. How are you doing today? Since they're not in a relationship, they can just ghost each other, no hard feelings. Any of the couples at this point, like, they're just, like, they can lose. They don't even have each other's numbers.
That's what happened with Calvin and Maura. Just like ghosting each other, unfollowed each other.
My opinion on Cash and Cinco and questionable Cinco is he is an athlete. They don't show romantic feelings on the norm.
This is he's also 25.
Alana doesn't seem that into Charlie. You don't even have to put that. She is not into Charlie.
She's not into Charlie, yo. I just
go home and like he chose me. Oh, yeah. She's like, he's gonna meet my family. Ugh.
Like she keeps bringing up Cash. Why do you keep bringing up Cash? What is her obsession? Like she of all people, because she asked the question, should know that Cash went after Cinco.
Hi, Guy. I don't know if that's some people are very like Charlie stands in here, so I don't know if we could say that out loud. But
this is the Charlie stand.
Oh, so he's changed? Like you changed your mind? Hi. Oh, he's changed his mind. Alana and Charlie are just there for decoration and vibes. Vibes. Where's the vibe?
Well, she said, I need you to make us laugh more. Right? I need you to have fun more. What vibes?
He's not a fun guy.
He's not.
Cinco's dad is loving Cash and staying with him and his son. Did you guys see the food he's been cooking for Cash? He's making Cash slim thick.
And he's been making her drinks.
Yeah, like
And he's been taking care of her. Yeah. No, you don't take care of your son's girlfriend. That's not a serious thing. You don't put that out on the internet. No, I don't. Yeah.
Okay, see you, Giselle. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll take apart that second to last episode, tear apart these super dates, really roll our eyes for Charlie. But we'll see you then. Thank you.
Am I the only one who was like, when they announced that tomorrow was dates? First of all, I would rather it be babies. But second of all, did anybody else feel like, I don't care to see these people on super dates?
Not at all. Yes, he is. Adrian is loving her and posting. Like, you don't post stuff. How many times like girls are like, oh my god, like he hasn't even added me as like in a relationship on Facebook. Like the guys don't do that. They don't share their relationship. They're just like until they're really in it. So Charlie and Vibes cannot go in the same sentence.
That's a thank you at all.
Charlie is good looking, but he doesn't offer nothing to the show but good looks. Why do him and Jeremy keep getting saved? I don't know, man. It's not right.
I think think about it. If Charlie won, then a white girl would still win.
That's true. All right, so let's just bang through this episode. So I'm like, Manipulative Will tells a very skewed version of their conversation. I was so annoyed with the conversation with Trina. I was just like, this man is really making me not like him because he's basically lying, and it's just like frustrating that she's just gobbling it up. Like, so they go to sleep. I thought it was like kind of cute, the flossing combo. Like Corey's like, you don't floss, and he's like, I mean, not gonna lie, flossing is one of the most annoying things to remember to do. So I get it, but I thought it was funny that there was like a little bit of a personality conversation. It wasn't just like, I think we're like really like I can see us working out of here. I can see like I really like getting to know you. Like this was like showing personality. So I liked that flossing combo.
Yeah.
So they're gonna play the next day, couples therapy, hashtag issues and tissues. And so they had to work up a sweat. This is pretty nasty. They've done it before. I don't know if they've done it in the US version, but I've definitely seen it before on one of these seasons.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they did it season 1 or season 2.
So it must have been in the UK because I've seen it before where they like go and get everybody to sweat and then you decide whose stank you like. Which stank is.
Yeah, because at first I was confused. I was like, is this a pheromones test? Yeah. And I was like, I've never seen this before. But oh my God. So are we of the consensus that the guy who stinks is Charlie? Because there was one that the girls kept picking up, and all of them were like, like, none of them picked him. None of them picked Charlie.
Why? Why do you think it's him for sure?
Because everybody picked every other guy, so it has to be him. Because Olivia picked Corey.
Alana picked Corey.
Alana picked Corey.
Bailey picked Jeremy. Trina picked Andre.
Yeah. So it was like, I was like, so the only guy that has to be the stinky one is Charlie.
No. Well, they just don't like his stink.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna love his stink.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Poor Charlie.
Oh my God, though, you sussed it out. So wait, so who does the guys don't like? So Andre chose Trina, Jeremy chose Bailey, Will chose Kyra, Charlie chose Olivia, and which is interesting. So he doesn't really like the way Alana smells, and Corey chose Alana, which I think is also very interesting.
Yeah, it was absolutely hilarious.
So all those dates, yes, they did seem very awkward, Sharnice. Thanks for joining us in our ranting gossip fest here about Love Island. Hi, Vera. So Alana asking about her differences from Cash is weird. Yup. Like, why are you thinking about her? Focus on your connection with Mr. Charles.
Like, why would you bring up the girl that he had like a whole back and forth relationship with that you feel like he might have liked a little more? Like, why would you bring her up on y'all like last few days in the? It was the weirdest. Like, I'm just like, are you obsessed with Cash?
Well, she doesn't have anything to talk to him about, really, though. That's probably it. They don't have any sort of vibe connection. He doesn't make her laugh. He has no personality. They don't get along. She doesn't know why he picked her. Like, the only thing that they can talk about, it seems, is Cash. So maybe that's
This is a good point.
Shoot, I'm gonna have to go soon. I have to go live in like a second. Okay, so in the first IG live, Cinco and Cash asked Cash for a kiss. Did some of you guys miss that? Cinco has feelings for Cash. Let's let it go about him not feeling her. I just like, yeah, let's relax about it. So there's nothing really else that happened on these questions. Like, do you still have reservations about me? We didn't really get a real answer from him. The only other funny part is like Olivia farting in bed. So it's like, that was funny. Like, drag her, Corey, drag her. Which really made me laugh. I thought that was funny. Is that it? Beyond friendship, he says he's not sure, not inside the villa. They're missing laughter. Duh. Do you see it working outside the villa? I don't remember what the answer was there, but whatever. And biggest fear is your parents' opinion about me. Shut up, Will. Sorry, not feeling it. And okay, so Tex, they get a party, did they? Oh yeah, good.
Yes, they got a party for getting through whatever that entire day was. Which when Charlie woke up and got the text was absolutely hilarious because he was just like, I'm like, how do you wake up and you sound dead? Like,
yes, I got a text. So anyways, we know the slow-mo dancing means that Ariel is coming in, and she did. So 5 couples, we're going to be coming 4, and Corey, or what's her name? Olivia and Kyra, Trina's girls, voted Trina and Andre off the damn island, and Trina didn't give them enough attitude, in my opinion. I would have been so rude. I don't think I could have been friends with them. I wouldn't have been friends with them after. I'd be civil, but not friends. Okay, so why do people hate Will so much? He and Kia aren't official. They're just dating, and he had every right to explore the other woman to see. Giselle, have you not been here with us? You're here every day. What do you mean? You know what we're saying.
No, it's not about that. It's literally that he and Kyra have moved to a point that they not necessarily should be official boyfriend and girlfriend. They should be at least exclusive at this point. And I don't feel like that's what he's giving her. And she wants it. And he has told other people he doesn't know what he's going to do when they get outside the villa. But he's telling her, no, we're going to be together. There's no assurances.
And I feel from what I'm recognizing in the way that he's treating her and the way that she's becoming very submissive and very, he's kind of corralling her to be against her. It's like him and her against the world, and get all the friends are pushed away so that they can't tell her anything, and she's just going to go with her heart and like, what we have here together, baby. And it's a very manipulative tactic that gets these women to be only eyes for them and locked into a kind of an emotionally manipulative relationship, and then they can go off and do whatever they want because they actually haven't made the commitment. Then like, in typical situations, like that girl gets pregnant or whatever, and he's off gallivanting and he never like made it official. Like, it's just, it just, from what I've seen in my lifetime, he's showing signs of somebody that is not a good partner, and that he's playing a big game, and that he's not to be trusted with her heart the way that she's giving it to him.
I agree.
That's it. All right. I can't go through the rest of these comments. I did catch up for the moment. Okay. Well, Giselle says I'm very quiet and shy as well, or people around people I don't know or aren't close with. I mean, absolutely. But if your dad was saying that you don't think that the guy that you're with is into you, isn't that enough for you to think that Will isn't a great person if their parents are sensing that it's not reciprocated? Charlie seems reserved, but when he speaks, he's pretty intelligent. He reminds me of myself. I mean, I don't pay attention to him, so I don't know. Okay, I'll just do this last one, and then we'll have to say sayonara. So Will called Trina a manipulator last night. He is a lie, and he is the manipulator against Kyra. He has been manipulating Kyra from day one. I agree with you, C. Jordan. I definitely agree here. Yep. Will is manipulative and not upfront with Kyra. He and Jake should just compare notes and make tweaks at this point. I can't take a manual on it.
For real.
Yes. I love that. Will seems the type to do whatever he wants and blame it as, well, we're not official. Absolutely, Talisha. So why is Will saying you're falling in love with her? It's mixed signals. Absolutely.
Right. If you're falling in love with her and y'all are the strongest couple, make yourself exclusive to her. Make yourself even boyfriend and girlfriend, because otherwise I don't believe you.
Exactly. I agree with you as well here. My sympathy is for Kyra. Your sympathy for Kyra's gone down so much. I mean, I do sympathize with her because, like, I know it's in a weird environment and she hasn't seen everything from an outside perspective. So she's in there and she's just going with what she knows in a very controlled environment. So I understand a little bit why she can't have perspective. So we'll have to be able to see when she comes out what the decision she makes when she has the full scope. And what I assume, she's not going to watch Casa more, so then she doesn't have to make any sort of decisions. Kind of like what Sally did. Everybody's like, okay, Sally, we're going to support you. We don't really trust it. And then he started showing similar patterns when they went away on vacation, and she came back. She took him on vacation and came back alone early because of this. And then she watches Casa more, and then she's like, okay, I understand now, guys, why you guys are, you're scared.
She's like, I get it now. And the thing is, Justine had told her, so Justine was still with Caleb, and she had told her, don't do the vacation, because Sally's the one that paid for that entire vacation. She told her, don't do it. And she was like, Sally came back and had told her, I did it. And she was like, okay, I just supported her, but she's like, she tried to stop her. But, sometimes the lesson is the lesson to learn.
Thank you, Nessa. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Everybody's opinions are valid. We do like having the back and forth, and that not everybody's on the same page as us. We do enjoy that conversation. So please never feel like because there's a difference of opinion that your opinion is any less valid. I just like arguing my point, and hopefully eventually people agree with me. That's kind of where I come from. I was always pure debate and always on the winning team. So that's just like my style of like pushing my agenda. So please don't be offended. We do appreciate everybody's back and forth and takes on all these scenarios, because we're not there, we're not them. We don't really know what's going on. This is just our perspective from the lens that we see through from our own personal life experience. So just want to put that out there, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm attacking them. I love everybody. I love all you. I love everybody in that villa. I even love Charlie to a certain extent, even though I can't stand him on the show. So, Tamika, what do you have going on that you can have the people come and see you?
Not much the next few weeks, but always follow me at Entertainment in Color. Hit me up on there, DM me, we'll chat about whatever. Yes, and vote Jeremy tonight, guys. Last vote. Let's push through. Let's get Jeremy to the top 1 or 2.
Our show back. Let's take it back.
Show back.
You can't manipulate us. Tell everybody to vote Jeremy. And while you're at it, you can just subscribe here and leave a comment below. Tell us that you voted for Jeremy so we can be Team Petty. We can get him to win the game just for the laughs. Please do let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'll be back tomorrow just to talk about, to see, maybe we can see some polls online. Like people might have made up their own polls so we can see if any of our influence is working or not. But I can't wait to talk about it. So we'll be back here tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, and then on Monday for the finale episode. Bye.